So I think to be a vlogger, you have to do these random vlogs in your car for some reason. Seems like every vlogger I watch, they always have these shots where they're driving along talking into their little iPhone or whatever. I don't know why. It seems obligatory that apparently you have to talk into the camera as you're driving. Well, I'm in a parking space right now because that sounds like just a horrible, 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 horrible idea. I get a little lost in thought when I'm talking, especially to the camera, and so talking to the camera while I'm driving seems like a foul, bad idea. But anyways, I'm here at Towson Mall because I actually came here to the Apple Store to try to buy a little tripod doohickey for my iPhone. Since I'm going to be using this iPhone for all this cool vlogging, I figured, hey, wouldn't it be really awesome to get like a little tripod thing? You know how they have those little tripods, not like the big tripods I use for my normal cameras, but you know the little tripods. So I figured, yeah. Well, the problem that I'm finding is I went to like Best Buy yesterday, and they have tripods, but they don't have the connector. So it's like the tripod with a little screw on top. And like normal cameras and normal camcorders have a little screw, and so it screws together. iPhones obviously don't have a little screw. So there are cases that you're supposed to be able to get that'll have a little screw, so you can put your iPhone on a tripod and be even a cooler geek. And the weird thing is though, like I went to Best Buy yesterday and they didn't have anything for me, and I went to the Apple store, the Mac store, whatever the hell you call it, here in Towson Mall, and yeah, no, apparently iPhone tripods just are not the coolest thing in the world now. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. I have to find a tripod thingy for my iPhone, so I can do really cool stuff. Because I got Day of Fosterly coming up. I've got the Virginia Tech Breakfast I'm going to on Wednesday. It'll be kind of cool, like if I could take shots during it with a tripod. But finding a tripod seems to be a little more difficult than I thought. But again, why I'm trying to do these vlogs is to have you guys understand the real world so that you don't run into these problems when you're dealing with clients and you haven't properly dealt with client expectations, right? Because it seems like a no-brainer. If your client needed a tripod for your iPhone, it seems like a no-brainer that you could either go to Best Buy or the Mac store and you should be able to get it. So you should be able to say to the client, hey, no problem, I'm going to run out for an hour or two, I'll be back with that solution. And guess what? They don't have it. Why don't they have it? Who the hell knows? Again, this is not an MCSE question. This is not like some certification thing. It's, they don't carry that no more. But again, you run into this a lot in the real world. You don't know how many times I ran into problems where I knew the solution. I knew the product. I knew how to set it up. I knew everything. It was like, all I need is that widget, and it'll be smooth. And then nobody sold that widget anymore. Nobody sold that widget. Like the one day, I had a client of mine who had, what was it? He had a server with RAID 5 configurations, 3 SCSI hard drives, right? 3 SCSI hard drives and a RAID 5, so disk striping with parity. Well, they call me up to say, hey, Eli, our server is acting a little weird this morning. Can you come and take a look? So sure, no problem. So I go there, and the reason it was acting a little weird is one of the drives had failed. So disk striping with parity, one drive had failed, no problem, the other 2 drives are there. All I have to do is go buy another hard drive, slot it in, have it rebuild the array, and it should be good to go, right? Well, literally, I pull out the hard drive, I'm sitting there writing down the information on a notepad so I can go and find one of these damn things, and as I'm writing that information down, a second hard drive in that array fails. So like, this is why I don't like RAID. This is why I don't trust RAID. Like literally within 5 hours, 2 SCSI, enterprise class SCSI hard drives failed within 2 hours of each other in RAID 5. That's why I don't care about RAID 5 or RAID anymore. Yeah, many of those problems. And so the issue is we had a full backup every night. I did a full backup, no big deal. But I now needed hard drives, like because I only had one hard drive left, and because it was striped with parity, it wasn't big enough for all the data. And so I had to go out and find a SCSI hard drive. And I ran around and around and around, because Best Buy doesn't carry SCSI, and Mac Store doesn't carry SCSI, and Circuit City at the time didn't carry SCSI. Nobody freaking carries SCSI. I found one little freaking store that for some reason, like, they had bought a SCSI hard drive for one of their clients, and then one of their clients gave them the hidey-ho, and so they simply had it in stock because they didn't know what the hell to do with it, because, you know, average people don't use SCSI hard drives. So I was able to buy it. Like, one store out of the Baltimore metropolitan area had a SCSI hard drive I could buy. Stupid things in the real world. Again, not your MCSE or your CCNA, just how the hell do I buy it? So like right now, I'm trying to find a little tripod thingy for my iPhone. So I've got my Starbucks though, you know, that's a nice part. If I have to go out, might as well get Starbucks. So I've got my Starbucks coffee, that makes me happy. You notice I'm a little buzzy right now. So I'm gonna go to one more Best Buy and see if they have it. And then I guess I'll go to Amazon. I want to give the state my tax money, but they just won't take it. So if they won't take it, Amazon will take my money. Yeah, that's how it goes. So anyways, this was the obligatory vlog post in my car, because that's what you're supposed to do. So I'm going to drink my coffee and go to Best Buy and see if I can find a little tripod doohickey.